John Pham here, who's notoriously hard to triangle. Quick note, you'll notice right here that my left foot is on top of my right. Now that is very, very important when it comes to somebody trying to posture out of your choke. So the right leg holds a lot of tension on it. It holds a lot. It's able to actually lock down on something solid. This guy's trap muscle right here. Versus the left, which is kind of just curling into the side. So this being the stronger leg in this situation, having more leverage, it makes sense that my left would be on top of that. I stripped the grips. I kind of knew that John was going to try to stack. He's a notorious stacker. So from right here, right off the bat, you can see my head comes across to the left side of the center line, and my right knee is driving towards that shoulder. In this case, I know I'm safe. Now here's the critical thing that happens is there's always a point where when somebody realizes the stack isn't happening, if they start stepping up on their feet, you know they're going to start ripping out. And this is a perfect time to attack because their head is going to be right on this hip line for a long time. It's not going to be kind of like a quick thing. It's going to be at least a second or two between stacking and posturing. So now as he comes up, I'm able to control his head. And because he's trying to posture out, he keeps pulling his head directly over my hip line, which means I can hit the slap bracelet and start working on the lock. Now, John's a little thicker in the shoulders, man. He's a strong guy, so it's a little bit harder for me to get to a perfect lock here right off the bat. So you can see right there, I'm able to get to a lock. Exactly. And now because I have the opportunity, I'm taking this all the way to the mount. Now some interesting things happen here too as well. So I'm trying to finish, but you notice he's walking in towards me over and over and over again. So I'm going to keep changing my angle to follow him no matter how much he walks in towards me. At this point, I'm able to go for a wrap around the body. Ideally, I could get this hand all the way down to his hip, but in this case, his hand is blocking me. Didn't really matter too much. I was still able to choke him or strangle him well enough that while he was trying to escape, he was unable to keep going without getting choked. So in this case, his hips actually could have kept going this direction to avoid the choke, but when you're stuck in a fully locked triangle, eventually the lack of blood flow to your head is going to get you, even if it's not a perfect strangle. So in this case, it wasn't perfect. I didn't get my hand all the way to the mat to immobilize him. He could have kept going, but he probably would have fallen asleep just because the strangle had been on for so long.